It's 2020 and everything is very normal, except for one small itty bitty tiny detail. There's a global pandemic. Everyone is on panic mode. You told your friends you'll see them in 2 weeks, but fuck! It's been more than 2 months and you low-key have no idea if they're still alive or the big bad corona already came to claim their booty cheeks. The government told you to stay inside your house or you'll be thrown into the slammer and oh! But you know, being stuck inside ain't that bad. You can still entertain yourself with some nice anime, or just watch your favorite streamer until 2 AM and completely fuck up your sleep schedule. Except, it was fun at first, but now it's kinda getting boring. New anime ain't coming out because big scary virus is still there. Not even the Japanese with the power of friendship, God, and anime on their side have been able to go completely back to normal. But wait, what is this? An anime girl? But she's an actual person? What is... Around the time when the big bad corona had everyone booty cheeks quaking is when a new breed of content creators and consequently a new branch of content creation was born. Now, vtubers were already a thing way before Corona-chan came around, but they did not see anywhere close to the degree of success they saw during the Corona-chan era, and their format was completely different. The biggest example of this was Kizuna-ai, a character that did blogs, gaming videos, and music videos, something that a lot of vtubers do nowadays, but with the exception that Kizuna-ai isn't really a person. Most of these videos were completely scripted, and the character of Kizuna-ai wasn't a single person, it was actually multiple people. If the voice actress decided to not do the role Kizuna-ai anymore, well, another one would be there to take her place. Kizuna-ai was more of a character than a person, which is fine, but it felt more similar to something like Hatsune Miku, for example, rather than an actual YouTuber. But with VTubing becoming a major success, VTubers went from extremely scripted characters and videos to a more natural format. VTubers were now actual people who would follow the more traditional, formal content creation. This led to a more natural feel in their videos, and as VTubing became more popular and more available to the public, people who were not part of a mega corporation like Bishojo now had a chance in that field of content creation. And ever since then, VTubers have become a huge branch of content creation. They became so huge that they started outperforming pre-established content creators. However, around this time, a group of people started to come out. People who despise VTubers. People who would wake up and instead of getting a job like a regular human being, would just hate on VTubers all fucking day. These anti-VTubers hated everything about VTubers. Some of them hated them because they really didn't get it. Some of them thought anime was cringe, and others because their favorite content creator got beat by an anime girl that acts cute but is truly a 30-year-old Mexican who's debating ice. Most of these unemployed individuals didn't have a good argument as for why they hated VTubers so much, but among the haters, some actual brain users, brain membership enjoyers, brain developed individuals started giving good reasons as for why they thought this was cringe. Reasons that honestly resonated with me immensely. If you've been around any sort of anime related community, you probably know that these are some of the most welcoming and encouraging communities. Some of you watching this probably have made some of your closest friends thanks to these communities, or even just thanks to anime. But you might also know that, well, hiding in these communities, there is, how do I say it, less than stellar individuals. Individuals that decide to act like anime characters in their day-to-day life. You've probably seen videos of people like this, or even better, encounter these individuals in the wild. And most of you probably reverted back into your body through your fucking asshole from the cringe these kind of people cause. But wait, don't get me wrong. There's nothing bad about sharing your hobbies and tastes to the world, like wearing anime clothes in public, or having pins of your favorite anime, or I don't know, yapping about anime in public. The problem starts to arrive when you decide to take the behavior, actions, or even the way these anime characters speak and bring it into the real world, because you just looked unhinged. And more often than not, it just looks weird and cringe. But what does this have to do with VTubers? Well, when VTubers initially exploded in popularity, most of them were banking on the idea of acting, sounding, and pretending to be actual anime characters. This was mainly because around this era, the predecessors to VTubers were mostly characters like Kizuna-ai or Hatsune Miku, who very much acted like an anime girl, because that was their whole appeal. It was supposed to be a virtual girl who you could watch, listen to her music, and overall just follow. They were actual anime girls. There was a clear and solid line that these characters didn't exist. So, when vtubers arrived trying to act and sound like actual kawaii anime girls, me and many others just couldn't get into it. Matter of fact, sometimes they fucking piss me off. Just the idea of someone, a real person behind the screen pretending to be something that doesn't really exist in hopes that people who watch a little too much anime would go crazy was, for me and many others, just cringe. It didn't help that a lot of the clips of vtubers that went viral were them going or stand there for like 10 minutes pretending that they didn't want to say ara ara, just blue ball in their fucking audience until they said it and people in chat went crazy.
No, I was
I'm
doing
not good
that.
at it. Is that fine?
No, that's
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're not good at it, bro.
Don't have
yeah,
to if
yeah,
you don't want
yeah,
to.
sure, bro. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, yeah, you never practice that shit. Okay, watch out. Okay,
I
watch
want.
out.
Whoa, I love that.
Yeah, you did not practice that, right? They just fucking can't. Yeah, fuck you, bro. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. No, I'm not good at it, bro. I'm not good. Bro, it still pisses me off, bro. The sentiment was so strong, in fact, that a lot of videos started popping up saying the same things I just said. Some of these videos were honestly just hateful, but many others tried to respect others' tastes, while at the same time expressing their distaste towards VTubers. I understood that they were pretending, but I just couldn't. I really tried. I really did. The majority of people just honestly ignored it, or pretending that there wasn't a person behind the VTuber avatar and that the character was its own thing. But many others like me, well, we couldn't get past the idea of someone being behind the screen and trying the hardest to sound cute, hot, or anything like an anime character. But did you pay attention to what I just said earlier?
But when vtubers initially exploded in popularity,
Yeah, that's right. This was around when VTubers just had become popular, almost 4 years ago. So, how have things changed? Well, they actually improved, in my opinion. Nowadays, VTubers feel more like actual people. Most of them just have the VTuber avatar because they like it or just to protect their identity. But the majority of VTubers, well, they move to a more natural feel. But they don't lean as much into trying their hardest to sound like an anime girl. As time went on and the initial hype of, wow, look, an anime girl playing Minecraft and making anime noises, died down, VTubers started to realize that just acting like a regular human being worked just fine. There's still some offenders of trying to sound like an anime girl.
Stop it!
But hey, they got a clip from, I guess. I don't fucking. I think the most successful, wholesome, and clear example of this is Iron Mouse. A VTuber who suffers from a severe medical condition that doesn't allow her to leave her house. She found success online and is one of the biggest content creators in the modern landscape. But it's not her incredible success that I want you to pay attention to. It's her way of acting. She acts like a regular human being. Her streams and way of talking feel genuine, natural, and even though you can't see her face, it still feels like I'm watching a genuine person. It just so happens that they have an avatar of an anime girl on. She of course leans into her anime persona, but again, that is to be expected. She does appeal to anime fans after all. Along with her, a lot more VTubers have this natural feel to them nowadays. And so with that, you can say that VTubers are no longer cringe, at least in my opinion. While most VTubers opted for a more natural feel in their content, others opted for a different strategy. You see, as the years went on, VTubers started to, how do I say this? Have massive this is this is stupid, bro. It's like this is disproportional, bro. What is this proportions? Holy shit. This is crazy, bro. What? This was already a thing at the initial VTubing boom. You can't really have anime girls without some of them having horchata cannons attached to them. This was normal to an extent, but as time went on and vtubers became more common, I noticed that, well, the amount of jiggle physics kept fucking increasing. And well, they started transitioning from regular jiggle physics to actual corn. The biggest case of this was Project Melody, a VTuber that did corn with her avatar. And people lost their minds. She made multiple videos of this sort and became extremely relevant as different content creators started to cover her situation. But to understand why exactly VTubers started to take a more lewd approach, let's review a concept you probably heard of before, that is, falling off. If you've been around the internet for a while, you've seen many trends come and go. What was once really popular, after a while becomes boring and repetitive. And that was exactly what was happening to VTubers. At the beginning of the VTuber boom, if you had a mid-quality avatar and were mildly entertaining, it was more likely that you would get some kind of audience. At the time, VTubing was a new thing, so as any trend, anything that had to do with VTubing just did well. But as every single trend, VTubers started to become less of a novelty and more of a commonplace thing. Sure, VTubers that managed to get an audience during the initial VTubing boom didn't really have to worry about falling off. They already had an established community. However, the new VTubers had to find a way to stand out from the sea of other VTubers that were debuting every single day. Like I said earlier, at the beginning, VTubers were trying to emulate the kawaii aspect of anime girls. But what if instead of trying to be cute, they went for a more lewd approach? And with VTubers like Project Melody proving that doing so made you stand out a lot, many others followed in her steps, and oh boy did they go all out. Well, I understand that not all VTubers are cringe, not all VTubers follow a more lewd approach, and that not all VTubers try to emulate the kawaii aspect of anime girls. I think it's very fascinating how as time went on, VTubers decided to take on different strategies in order to follow trends. If VTubing is what tickles your pickle, that is great. I don't have any issue with VTubers or their fans. Even though I kind of shat on them a little bit, I actually watch them from time to time. I found myself being entertained and liking a lot of the clips I saw. But like many other trends that are anime related, they tend to be very cringe and uncomfortable to watch out of context. But I think the way they evolved from their initial boom in 2020 to now 2025 is something that deserved a video. Also, Happy New Year. I still don't get how you motherfuckers like the ara shit, bro. It just fucking pisses me off. Like, ara, okay, how about if